Um, after listening last time, or maybe the time before, my question is, why keep looking for the personal self? Because you've mentioned that. You said you've got to keep looking. I think it was with Melvin or M something.
Okay. Until what? Keep looking until what?
Is that his name, Melvin? He was on once.
Don't know.
He was seeing pretty clearly, and you were detecting a little bit of personal self in some of it. And then you said you've got to keep looking for that personal self. You just got to keep doing it.
Until what?
Whatever. To keep spotting it.
Yeah. Until what?
Till there isn't one, I guess.
Then, which begs the question, to spot what? Because you said we've got to keep spotting it.
You did say that. You said you got to keep looking for the personal self.
Yeah, until.
That wasn't stated.
If there's a
That's why I'm asking why.
Good. Well, if there's a belief, there's a personal self here, then we better investigate into that. Once that belief is completely shattered, absolutely completely seen or seen through, if you like, no need to go looking there, then the attention shifts. It shifts away from mind to just this. Just here. This is the essence. This is where the being is. Not the human being, the being. It's just a natural shift that just happens. Whilst the attention is still focused on content of mind, if you like, lack of a better way of putting it, then that's just what's happening. Until it just naturally shifts. There's no person there to shift it. There's not even a person there that's inquiring into, is there a me or not? Because I'm telling you, there's not one there. So it can't be the person that's looking into whether or not there's a me or not. True?
Right.
Right. But something's looking.
Yeah.
Where does looking occur?
Here.
Only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you right now? Here.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah. All the awareness, if you like, has a seeming seat, let's say, and we would refer to that as here. And then from here, we're conscious of everything else. Now, here's the irony. Yeah? We'll even make the statement, yes, of course I'm conscious of me, which would imply me is objective, that can be observed. Now, can you observe a me? Like, we're so convinced it's here, right? When we're asked that question, can you observe a me? The answer should be straight up, yeah, of course I can. If there's a real belief that me's here, and then we go looking for, okay, what does that look like? Stating to be able to observe it. What does that look like? What does it look like? Not realizing that is looking is not the me. until there is the realization of what this supposed me is. It's all contained. It's like it's contained in an envelope or a bubble. Remember the bubble?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all contained in a bubble. You're observing it. The observing is happening from outside the bubble. That's why you can't spot it. That's why you can't even describe or see that you actually are, your true nature. Because you are it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To see it, you'd have to be able to separate yourself out again from your true nature to then turn around and look at your true nature. Can you see the? Yeah. So if we don't do that, Kelly, and I know you know this, yeah. If we don't do that, there's going to be an assumption that there is a person here, and the person here is the inquirer, and the inquirer is going to be able to discover something, find something, or become something. And that we're looking for is already looking.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been taken to be a personal, separate, isolated, lonely little self rowing through the universe in its little rowboat all by itself. Experience nothing but lack. Lack. It's a story. All arising in the bubble. And actually, the true content of the bubble is mind. Thoughts. Only. Only. Without a now, this can be hard, but just try and, without a single solitary thought, nada, nothing. And I want you to observe for yourself what happens when I ask this question. Just observe what happens. So without a single solitary thought, zero, zip, nada. Is there color? There's not. Is there separation?
No.
No. So that is creating seemingly everything, all the things out there, is mind. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Even the fact that it's creating a seeming personal self and a personal me that seems to be suffering and blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's all an illusion. And even if that is happening, perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing neither good nor bad, right nor wrong. That would only be a dualistic mind saying that's good, that's bad, that's right, that's wrong, blah, blah. There's your duality right there. And you come back to the direct experience of just here in the absence of all thought. Now what's the experience? Now what? What could you possibly say without a thought? What could you possibly say without a thought? Nothing. Nothing. Yet, the this here-ness, if we want to call it that. That's where we get, you know. Mind gets agitated, yeah? The mind gets agitated. Not a person, the mind gets agitated. Now, that is aware of the mind and the seeming agitation, is it agitated? No. It's still. It's at peace. It's quiet. There's zero division in it. It lacks nothing. And at its core, oh, that's incorrect to say that, so forgive me, right? But at its core, it's a love to be. Not be something, just the pure love of being.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Great question, because look where it led us. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I use the amnesia pointer a lot. Yeah. We're all trying to discover what the me is. Okay. What happens to the me in a state of absolute amnesia? It disappears. You have no idea who you are. Now there's no me. I don't know my name. I don't know where I was born. No background. Don't know what I do for a living. Zero. Don't know if I've got kids. Don't know if I'm married or not married. Nothing. Like nothing. See, without the backstory, which is memory, without the backstory, there's no me. Zero. You've probably heard me say this a few times, you know. The closest I got to discovering or being able to articulate what this me is was to say, oh my God, I'm nothing but memory. The me I'm talking about. That was seen. Crystal clear, that was seen. Holy shit. And what's memory? Mind stuff. Now, because mind works dualistically, I am nothing but memory, that'll confuse the shit out of the mind. It will. Yeah. But if you can see that the difficulty with this particular pointer, the amnesia pointer, is until it's realized, I have to get you to try and imagine it. And whatever it is that you imagine is not it. So it's still a pointer. Yeah, Kelly.
There are times when there is the amnesia. And I'm caught in with amnesia. And then there's the memory and the story.
The mind just kicks in again.
You know, yeah, when somebody, like if there's an interaction and there's a question asked,
yeah.
The amnesia is here. And then there's the memory. And then there's a story.
Yeah.
And then there's talking.
Yeah. With absolute clarity, there's no person in charge.
Right.
It's just all happening.
Yeah.
Which, you know, even the word happening can be a little bit deceptive because it sounds like happening implies a duration. It doesn't. Just this. Where else? Come on. Where else could the point of awareness and consciousness be other than here? Where the hell else could it be? Seriously. In the future, I'm gonna discover it. Yeah. The problem is, we've taken this point of awareness or consciousness or beingness. All our life we've labeled that me. And it's not. It's not. That's the misidentification right there. That's why I sometimes ask, because it's only a thought that says, this beingness, this consciousness, this awareness, this is me. It's a thought that says that. Only a thought that says that. And then we try and analyze, okay, well, what can a thought experience? What the hell can a thought experience? Seriously, what can a thought experience? Answer should be nothing. So what the hell is a thought saying? What I am is this beingness, awareness, consciousness. See, mind only has a concept because it can't experience just this. The mind has a concept of what beingness, consciousness, and awareness is, and takes the concept to be beingness, consciousness, and awareness. And then the me wonders why that's not such a great experience. It's because it's not being experienced by me, which is nothing but mind and thoughts. And then the me goes, what have I missed? Where are the fireworks? Where's this wonder of this supposed being and arriving here in the absolute presence? And mind saying all of that. Yeah. When does just this reveal itself fully? In the absence of that. Mind. Boom. Which is what you said earlier, Kelly. There's times when it's like amnesia, and it's just a complete absence of even a me being seemingly created. And what would that mean? Oh, thoughts stop. And those thoughts that are happening are just happening. There's no entity there, personage that's having the thoughts or is being affected by the thoughts. Zero. So what is it that believes the me story? The story itself. The story itself is believing itself. And yet the story is made up of nothing but concepts. Nothing but.
How can a concept believe a concept?
It can't. But that's the story. It can't, but that's the story that's going on. You could effectively say, how can a concept experience beingness?
Right.
It can't.
Okay.
And a thought can't experience another thought. Yet a thought might arise, can I experience another thought? And then another thought might arise, no. Or another thought might arise, I'm sure I can. They're all thoughts. The show's in the envelope or in the bubble. You're not in there. You're pure witnessing of it. And what we claim to be in that envelope or in that bubble is me. That's why we need to go looking for it. What is it? What is it? And prior to looking for it, we just assume there's one here. Pure, absolute assumption. Because when we start to tackle it, we kind of go, oh, like if it was here and absolutely real, there'd be no confusion. There'd just be. For example, I'll direct this at you, Kelly, because we're kind of having a bit of the dialogue, but it's for everybody. Are you conscious right now? Is there consciousness right now, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah. See how quickly you answered that?
Sure.
Good. Tell me about your me. I'd be like, where do you start, right?
No, I don't.
I mean, ordinarily, I'm not saying with you here, but it's like there's a big, massive pause when we're asked that question. Tell me about your me. Yet when we're asked, are you conscious? Everyone goes, yes. There's no doubt. Zero doubt. Because this can't be denied. The only problem that occurs there is the thought says, I am conscious. And the I is not there. There is just conscious. And herein lays your true nature. That everyone's looking for. The irony. The irony. Why can't we find just this? Simple. Because we're taking ourselves to be just that. The mind. The story. That's why. Simple. You know that story that just happens? That we have no influence over? Although a thought might arise, oh, I think I've got influence over it. It's just a thought that arose. The trick is to be able to step back from it and observe everything that's going on in the bubble. Now, remember I said a moment ago, everything that's going on in the bubble is all mind stuff. All of it. All of it. The body's in the bubble. Remember, Kelly, the body's in the bubble. The universe is in the bubble. People are in the bubble. Things are in the bubble. Duality's in the bubble. Everything's in the bubble. All created by mind. All of it. That's why earlier when I said, in the absence, the complete absence of all thought is there color.
Is there a bubble?
Yes, great. No. There's not even someone outside the bubble.
Right.
Again, it's a pointer. Yeah, it's still a pointer. Our natural state doesn't become agitated. Its natural inclination is peace, quiet, stillness, non-separation, non-dualistic, and at its core, a love to be, or happy to be. And that becomes self-evident because you just keep laughing all the time. And it's great. Yeah. So if we don't discover what we're not is going to go looking for what it is. What we're not is in pursuit of true self. Can you hear the irony in that? What does that say about current self? Like, really? And we don't look there. You hear people all the time say, I'm trying to find true self. I'm on this quest to find true self. Okay, that's admirable. What does it say about current self? It can't be true. So that's why we need to look there, Kelly. And look and look and look and look and look until it becomes self-evident. It reveals itself.